From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Trying to get to him. Breaks the tackle. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Drones. He's got his man. Still running at the 40. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to him.
Big loss on the last play, threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
10th play of the drive coming up, at this time a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Can't get him to the ground. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
In that 3rd and long situation, you'd like to see your quarterback have a plan. You know that they may dial up the blitz, so you've got to know where your answers are. Where's your hot route? Where's your sight adjust? Where can you get rid of the football if they bring an extra guy and the offense didn't look like they were ready for it?
They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Going to try to get it himself. At the 35, he's open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Comes out throwing on first down. Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Dropping back, it's Arnold. They're bringing heat. He's going to run it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
This tight end is such a weapon.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Sooners are on the move. Looking to go up top on first down. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with a score.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find a way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they have to keep driving 8, 10, 12 plays. You're right. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it.
And the Hokies getting set on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Looking to throw, it's Drones. They're working that left side. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Throws and fired complete. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And this offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum, to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Corralled and brought down by the defense.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. The corners are walked up tight. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a 1st down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The DBs will back off a bit. Steps away to find some room. Pulls it in. It's Barnes. And they're able to get him on the ground. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
The pass rush has got to do a better job with their lane integrity. You cannot let this particular quarterback with his speed flush out to the right.
Going for it all. Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing a turnover. Third down coming up.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Getting some heat. Hit as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! A great catch and run for 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
One more snap coming before halftime. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Oklahoma 7, Virginia Tech 0.
The Hokies will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. To the air on first down. Keeps looking downfield. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds.
Oh, he wants it all. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Dropping back, it's Arnold. Finds the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished with a 62-yard pass for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll throw it on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Lane. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38, and it'll be first down.
Love that throw. I'll tell you, if he keeps making more of those, Lane Stadium and this incredible crowd is going to be going nuts. We've called games here plenty times in the past. This is one of the best venues in all of college football, and this guy right now is heating up at the QB position. Watch out. It's going to be a sonic boom in here.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Hokies will hustle to the line.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football.
A shot toward the end zone. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. With the catch, it's Tootin. Headed to the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Hokies! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home.
And he hauls it in at the 30. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They run the reverse.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Oklahoma
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. To the air, it's Arnold. Now he's going to break the pocket. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Dude, let's go. This game was basically over, right? We just forced a huge play. Great job by the defense, giving their offense a chance now. Man, it looked like it was over. Now we got a chance, offense, to go down the field, stick this thing in the end zone. We can win this ball game still.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Coming after it. Wide open downfield. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one play.
Right back to the well. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. They just keep throwing him the ball, this time on the slant.
No doubt, and you've seen it with the slant. You've seen other routes. Every route he's running, he's good. He seems to be open, so I'm going to continue to pick at this matchup every chance I get.
On the ground, it's Tootin. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
It's a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Trailing by a touchdown, this fourth down opportunity is gargantuan. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
It's caught downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air, it's Drones. Lets it fly. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, it's go time, right? Now it's coming up on third down. You probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the fourth quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is third and goal. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech!
Man, you did the hard part. What a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down the clock?
And now they've decided to go for 2. A gutsy call, and the game likely to be decided right here. He's looking to pass. Feeling some heat. Slips a tackle. And he's going down. Sacked as they tried to take the lead on the 2-point conversion. First things first, they have to recover the onside kick, and then they'll have time for probably just one play. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. A quick timeout called by the kicking team here. First things first, they have to recover the onside kick, and then they'll have time for probably just one play.
And I would say this is one of the hardest things to do in football. When you know an onside kick is coming, you're not going to get it very often, but they perform it, and they got a chance to go down the field now and go win this game.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to pass, it's Drones. Looking deep. Fires the pass, intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
Never win if you don't try.
Stands alone, all wide receivers.
Could have went to OT. Well,
Trying to find his
the
man
fun in
on
that?
first down. Lost one deep down the right side. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. Bad offense, good defense,